So, welcome to the online classes, dear students. Today, the last unit, that is polyhalogen compounds. Let us see that is what are the application of polyhalogen compounds. So, what are polyhalogen compounds? So, here the polyhalogen compounds are the carbon compounds containing more than one halogen atoms. The carbon compound containing more than one halogen atoms are called as polyhalogen compounds, and these compounds are useful in industry, medicine, and in agriculture also. So these are having wide applications. So these are called as polyhalogen compounds. Let us see one by one. So that is the number one, dichloromethane. It is called as IUPAC name. Dichloromethane is the IUPAC name, and then methylene chloride is the common name. And its formula is CH2Cl2. Its formula is CH2Cl2. Now let us see that is what are its application. Remember here, so it is a colorless liquid with pleasant smell or sweet smell. It is having a pleasant smell or sweet smell, and it is used as a solvent, as a paint remover, and then it is also used in drugs. So methylene chloride is used to remove the paint, and it is also used as a solvent in the drugs. And then it is used as a metal cleaning and finishing solvent. So it is used for cleaning the metals and finishing the metals. It is used as a solvent. So that it harms the human central nervous system. The human central nervous system, it is called as CNS. It harms to the CNS, human central nervous system. And exposure to the lower level of methylene chloride in air can lead to the slightly impaired, or that is slightly impaired hearing. So we can hear it is very less, slightly impaired, and also it is vision, So it is impaired hearing and vision. And the same, that is higher level of methylene chloride in air causes dizziness, laziness, nausea, vomiting sensation, tingling, and numbness in the finger and toes. Numbness in the fingers and toes. So it is numbness in the fingers and toes, and the direct skin contact with methylene chloride causes intense burning, and then it is a mild redness on the skin. A skin that is it slashes. So mild that is redness occurs on the skin, and then there is burning sensation occurs. And the last one, very important one, direct that is contact. Direct contact with eyes, it burns the cornea. So here it is the first compound, dichloromethane. So it is also called as methylene chloride. Its application. So here where it is used, and what are the effects on the human. So here both that is I have written on the board. So then the second compound is trichloromethane. So students, the second one is trichloromethane. Second one is trichloromethane. It is called as chloroform. Its formula is CaCl3. So you know chloroform. So here this chloroform is used as a solvent for many, that is organic solvent. So fats can dissolve in it, alkaloids can dissolve in it, ions can dissolve in it. So therefore it is a good solvent. So it is also used in industry for dissolving many solvent. So therefore here that is this chloroform is used as a solvent for fats, alkaloids, iodine, and other substances. And the second one, it is used in the production of freon, refrigerant, that is R22. So which is used in air condition and refrigeration. So air condition and refrigeration. So therefore, and the third one is the very important one. It was previously used as a general anesthetic during surgery. It is previously used as that is anesthetic during surgery or. So nowadays it has been replaced by a safer and less toxic anesthetic called ether. look here, it is replaced by less toxic safer anesthetic called ether. So previously that is chloroform used, but when the chloroform that time was used, so it was sometime that it causes death to the patient because it damages heart, it damages kidney, and it also damages liver, and sometimes it causes death. So due to this reason, nowadays we are using ether as an anesthetic. So it is safer and it is less toxic as compared to that of chloroform. So look here, the third one is, it was previously used as a general anesthetic in the surgery, but has been replaced by less toxic, safer anesthetic called ether. And now the fourth one, inhaling of ethyl, that is chloroform vapors, depresses the central nervous system. If it is 900 parts in million parts of air, very small amount of this chloroform, inhaling of this chloroform vapors depresses the central nervous system, that is 900 parts per million of this air. So for a short time causes dizziness, fatigue, headache, and then there is vomiting sensation, etc. Then the next one is, it damages to the liver. It damages liver, kidney. And then the chloroform slowly is oxidized by air in the presence of air and light, and it forms a poisonous gas, extremely poisonous gas called carbonyl chloride. And this carbonyl chloride is also called as poison. It is also called as poison. It is used in warfare, and it can also be prepared easily, but it is very poisonous. So when this chloroform is placed in a bottle, and if it has a gap in that bottle, so here if it is kept in the light, then it slowly reacts with that light and air, and then it forms carbonyl chloride, that is called as poison. So while opening the bottles of chloroform, one should take care that the bottle should not open near over nose or near the eyes. It is kept away from the nose and eyes. Otherwise, it liberates poison, and here it is reaction 2CHCl3 chloroform plus oxygen, light, it gives COCl2, it is called as poison or carbonyl chloride and HCl. Remember, one thing you have to remember, a small amount of ethyl alcohol, CH5OH, a small amount of ethyl alcohol is added to chloroform, and it prevents the formation of carbonyl chloride. It prevents the formation of carbonyl chloride. So to the bottle, that is when the chloroform bottle is completely filled, add 2 to 3 drops or 5 drops of this ethyl alcohol. Then it does not allow the chloroform to oxidize, because this ethyl alcohol acts as a negative catalyst. Ethyl alcohol acts as a negative catalyst. So therefore, here remember, so it is there is a reaction. And note, a small amount of ethyl alcohol is added to chloroform to prevent the formation of carbonyl chloride. Here CH5 acts as a negative catalyst. It acts as a negative catalyst. So it is about the chloroform. It plays an important role in industry as well as it affects on the central, that is nervous system of human beings. Now let us see that is the third one. So here it is the third one. So here in the third one, that is triiodothiene. It is also called as iodoform. It is also the form of that is chloroform. And here, students, it is a pale crystalline volatile substance. It was earlier used as an antiseptic. It is very good antiseptic. Its antiseptic action is mainly due to the liberation of free iodine. It liberates free iodine, and it is one of the best, that is antiseptic. Still today, in old cities, this iodoform is used as an antiseptic. So it was earlier used as an antiseptic due to the liberation of free iodine, and due to its objectionable smell. It has some that is pungent odor, and due to its objectionable smell, so it has been replaced by other formulation containing antiseptic or containing iodine. So it is iodine containing other formula can be used. This is about triiodothiene, that is called as iodoform. Then the next one is carbon tetrachloride. It is also called as tetrachloromethane. So this carbon tetrachloride, it is a volatile liquid, it is insoluble in water. And this insoluble word is written as immiscible. Immiscible means insoluble in water. It is immiscible with water, so it is used in the manufacture of refrigerant and propellants, that is for aerosol. So aerosol cans can be prepared. So it is also used as a refrigeration, where that is the chlorofluorocarbons are liberated, and it is also one of the dangers. So here the next one is, it is also used in the synthesis of chlorofluorocarbons, that is air condition and refrigeration, CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. The next one, it is used as a dry cleaning agent, and even it is used as a fire extinguisher. It is also used for fire extinguishing the fire. Then because it does not allow the air, so carbon tetrachloride does not allow the air, so therefore it is used as a fire extinguisher. And it affects on the human health. Exposure to CCl4 may cause health effects on the brain. It affects the brain, digestive system, eyes, kidney, and it may also cause, that is, liver cancer. So excessive exposure may cause liver cancer. And it is also, that is, cause of dizziness, nausea, and vomiting sensation, vomiting sensation. So therefore, that is, the next one is exposure to carbon tetrachloride makes the heartbeat irregular, or sometimes that is the heartbeat may stop. So due to this reason, in the laboratories, this carbon tetrachloride will be used very carefully. Then here that is this carbon tetrachloride, when it is released in the air, it slowly rises to the atmosphere, and it reaches to the stratosphere. Where that is in stratosphere, it depletes the ozone layer. It depletes the ozone layer. That's why that is, it is the important point. So this carbon tetrachloride can deplete the ozone layer. So it is the third, that is fourth one. And the fifth one is very important one, that is freon, and then that is DDT. So dear students, the fifth one is freons. Look here, freons. So for one mark question, they may ask this in the examination, what are freons? So 2 to 3 times this question was asked. So then here, the chlorofluoro compounds of methane and ethane. The chlorofluoro compounds of methane and ethane. So chlorofluoro compounds means CCl2F2 or CClF3 or CCl3F4. Like this, that is, the chlorofluoro compounds of methane and ethane are called freons. These are used in air condition and refrigeration. These are used in air condition and refrigeration. So these are unreactive and these are non-toxic and are easily liquefiable gases. That's why these are used in air condition and refrigeration. And freon CCl3F2 is one of the most important compound which is used generally as a freon. So then it is used in the manufacture of carbon tetrachloride by Schwartz reaction, as already we studied. Then coming to this very important one, very important compound, that is P-dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane DDT, that is para dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. So its IUPAC name is 111 trichloro 2,2 bis 4 chlorophenyl ethane. It is IUPAC name. Then you are very familiar with this DDT. So here this DDT is the first chlorinated insecticide. It is the first chlorinated insecticide. And then it was prepared in 1873 and its properties were first identified by a scientist called as P.H. Muller. And then in 1929 and he received a Nobel Prize in Medicine and Physiology in 1948. He has given the application, and here that is he has given the wide range of application. And then so DDT was extensively used as an agricultural pesticide and it is effective against these mosquitoes. But nowadays mosquito developed resistance. Now we are using BHC, benzene hexachloride. We are not using DDT because all that is many insects developed resistance against this DDT. So therefore nowadays we are using BHC, benzene hexachloride. So here DDT was first discovered. See how that is here. The DDT was extensively used as an agricultural pesticide and effective against mosquitoes. And nowadays, many species of insects developed resistance to DDT. And it was also discovered to have high toxicity towards fish. So fish, that is, it is very poisonous to the fish. If you put 1 or 2 that is grams of that is this DDT, so immediately fish will die. So the chemical stability of DDT and its fast solubility makes the problem. That's why animals are not that is. So that is we should avoid the animals from DDT. So it is here. Remember that is the chemical stability of DDT and its fat solubility makes the problem. DDT is not metabolized very rapidly by animals. Instead, it is deposited and stored in the fatty tissues. It is stored in the fatty tissues. That's why it causes there is some problem to the animals. So the use of DDT is banned in the United States in 1973. So United States already that is in 1973 banned. They are not using, but it's still India we are using. Not only India, in other parts of that is countries. So this DDT is used. DDT is banned in United States in 1973, but still it is used in some parts of the world. So therefore, still today that is DDT in some countries DDT is used. Now let us see its structure. Compulsory question. Write the structure of DDT. I will show how it is prepared and how its structure should be taken. So look here, students. Look here. DDT. Preparation and its structure. Look here. First, look, it is called as chloral. It is called as chloral, or it is also called as trichloro estaldehyde. Chloral trichloro estaldehyde, or it is also called as chloral. When it is treated with, there is chlorobenzene. I will write the chlorobenzene like this. Cl, and I will write another chlorobenzene here. Look students, here 2 chlorobenzene I have. 1 chlorobenzene, second chlorobenzene. And here, it reacts with this hydrogen. Hydrogen which is present here. This hydrogen, it reacts and it forms H2O and write as this. Cl, 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 CH. It is Cl. This is called as DDT. So at the beginning I told that PP dash, PP dash, PP dash para, PP dash, dichloro, diphenyl, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. Or according to the IUPAC system, so it is here it is 1, 2, here it is 1, it is 2, 1, 1, 1, it is 1, 1, 1, trichloro, 1, 1, 1, 1, trichloro, so it is here compound, that is bis. Bis, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That is 1 of 4 chlorophenyl ethane. It is called as chlorophenyl ethane. It is called as DDT. And in examination, you have to write the structure only. You may write this structure or you may write this structure. I will write here that is another structure. Look at students, Cl, and here you draw simple line only. So it is, you draw line, it is like this. And here, again you write that is one chlorobenzene here, Cl, you draw line here. And here it is H, and here again you write like this. This is also D. You write this surface. You write any one. So it is the surface. It is IPAC. Trichloro, it is 2 groups, 2, that is second carbon atom, 2 base. Second carbon atom, phenyl group is attached. 2 bis means 2, and then that is 4 chlorophenyl ethane. It is IUPAC, and then that is common. You may write the structure or you may write the structure. So generally preparation may not be asked in the examination. Generally only structure may be asked, and you write this structure like this, or you may write this structure. So this completes this topic, dear students. So organic chemistry. So you have to write regularly. You have to practice the reactions. Otherwise, you will forget. So daily, that is at least that is 15 to 20 minutes. You have to practice these reactions. Otherwise, you will not get these reactions easily. You will forget these reactions. So here that is I completed all these topics. First that is organic chemistry.